Jets Ward.
ETS Jets. What is going on, Jet fans? And welcome back to another episode of the Jets Ward. I am your host, Ryan Ward. I'm so excited to be back with you guys. I got a fun one for you guys tonight. But first, if you have been here before, welcome back. You know I love having you guys here in the Jets Ward. It's just so great having you guys keep coming back. I love making these videos, and I'm glad you're enjoying them. If you are new here, welcome. Whether you're a Jets fan, a fan of another NFL team, or just a casual NFL fan, you are always welcome here in the Jets Ward. It is a safe space for you. Now, guys, I wanted to talk about something that has been a little bit of a concern to me for a little while now, especially since preseason has been going off. Now, as us Jets fans know, the quarterback position has been one that we've struggled with for many, many years. And this year, we're banking on Justin Fields turning it around and being the future of this team, which I'm really a big fan of Fields. And I'm hoping that he can be our franchise quarterback for years to come. But the Jets have technically 4 quarterbacks on the roster at this point. They have Justin Fields, Tyrod Taylor, Brady Cook, and Adrian Martinez. Now, as we know, Justin Fields played in one series in the Green Bay Packer game. And he looked good on that one series. But Justin Fields has also been a quarterback who has been dinged up in his career, especially as a running quarterback. It happens. Tyrod Taylor, he's already hurt. And he could be missing a couple weeks, or he could be missing some time with an injury that he sustained in practice. So he hasn't been out there. Brady Cook, the other day in practice, was carted off the field. Luckily, he was back practicing today, but it looked like a pretty big issue, but luckily he's back. And then we have Adrian Martinez, who has been a practice squad player for his career. This leaves Jets fans, especially me, with a big concern of what happens if Tyrod Taylor can't stay healthy? What happens if Justin Fields goes down? Brady Cook has already been banged up. Can you trust Adrian Martinez? I am going to talk about 10 quarterbacks the Jets could possibly trade for this offseason, this preseason so far. And some of them are bigger names. Some of them are older veterans. Some of them are young rookies that are on teams that have a loaded quarterback room. Some of these you might think make sense. Some of them you might be like, they're not trading them to just get it out of your mind. And I understand with that because I was looking at the free agent pool of quarterbacks, and it leaves a lot to be desired. So the best point for going after a quarterback right now, or backup quarterback, would most likely be the trade market. And there's a couple quarterbacks on here that I talk about that I think could make a lot of sense for the New York Jets and actually bring some stability to that backup quarterback room for the New York Jets. And bringing up some players that have a very similar play style to Justin Fields, or could be a little bit different, but I think could still work in this offense. And the first one that I'm going to bring up is a rookie that was drafted this past year on a team that has a loaded quarterback room right now. Dillon Gabriel. You have Deshaun Watson over there who's out for the season. Then the Browns signed Joe Flacco. They traded for Kenny Pickett. They drafted Dillon Gabriel, and then they drafted Shedeur Sanders. So they have lots of quarterbacks on that team. And if you trade Dillon Gabriel, at least you can get something for him. Or you practice squad him, which I will talk about him in another video, because that could be a possibility for the Browns, because they're not going to carry 4 quarterbacks on their roster. It's just not going to happen. But Dillon Gabriel is an interesting topic because he's a young player and he's shown that he can be pretty good so far this offseason. He's been looking good in Browns training camp. Now, Shedeur has been overshadowing him a little bit, but the team really, really likes Dillon Gabriel. And if the Browns were willing to part with him, or even if they practice squad him, I'd be interested as a Jet fan to try to bring him in just to bring some stability to this quarterback room again, because Justin Fields, can he stay healthy for a whole season? Tyrod Taylor, already hurt. Brady Cook was injured yesterday. Adrian Martinez, we don't know much about him. But Dillon Gabriel, I think, could be a very interesting prospect for the New York Jets if they were to trade for him. Now, going into number 2, I got Stetson Bennett from the Rams. Now, they have Jimmy Garoppolo. They got Matthew Stafford. Stetson Bennett's been there for a while. He's 27 years old. And has a very similar play style to Justin Fields. He is a runner. He's got decent speed for a quarterback. He's got a decent arm. And he just never really has gotten his shot with the Rams. They had Goff, and they had Stafford. So Stetson Bennett has never really gotten his shot. I think he could be a serviceable backup for the New York Jets for a while. And if you need to have him come in and make a spot start, I think that could be beneficial for the New York Jets as well, just in case, God forbid, something did happen to Justin Fields. So Stetson Bennett is another one that I think could be very, very good as well. Going into it, and don't mind the numbers, guys. I was using the numbers for another video, so just don't mind those. Then I got Case Keenum, the backup quarterback, third-string quarterback for the Chicago Bears. Now, Chicago Bears have Caleb Williams, who they're hoping can be something there. They also have other quarterbacks that they've had there for a while now. Case Keenum was brought in this offseason. He is a wily veteran. He's been around the league for many, many years, has had some success, especially with the Minnesota Vikings not too long ago. So Case Keenum could be a very good backup quarterback and bring a lot of wisdom, just like Tyrod Taylor can, to Justin Fields and to all these younger quarterbacks that we have on the roster as well. So I don't think he would cost you much. I don't even know if he's going to make the Bears team because of the quarterback room that they do have there already. So Case Keenum could be an interesting option for the New York Jets as a veteran option as well. Going into the next one, I got Hendon Hooker. This was one that was a thought this offseason, earlier in the offseason, that the Jets should target as a quarterback if they didn't go for Justin Fields, because he played in Detroit. He knows the offense and everything, and he's got a very similar skill set to Justin Fields. He's a good runner with the football, very smart quarterback, does not turn the ball over very often, and just a smart player with the football. So I would really be interested if the Jets were willing to make a trade for Hendon Hooker. I don't know if the Lions would be willing to part with him, but it could be a very interesting thought process going into it. So Hendon Hooker is another option for the Jets. Getting into another one, of an old veteran who has been with the Jets before, Josh Johnson. I like Josh Johnson. I think he still can sling the ball. He has a decent arm. He can run with the ball. Smart player. And just somebody who I think would be very good behind Justin Fields, especially if Tyrod Taylor doesn't come back very soon. So just bringing in another veteran option to this quarterback room, I think could be very, very beneficial to the New York Jets. And Josh Johnson, I think, could be a very good option for the New York Jets as well. Because with the Commanders, they know they have Jaden Daniels, they have Marcus Mariota still on the team, and then they have Josh Johnson. So I don't even know if he will make this roster on this the Commanders roster. So that's a thought for the Jets as well. Getting into another one, I got Dorian Thompson-Robinson. This was a guy who looked pretty good for the Browns, got traded in the Kenny Pickett deal to go over to the Eagles, and then they still have Tanner McKee over there. They have Jalen Hurts, and they drafted Kyle McCord. That could be another option as well. But I think Dorian Thompson-Robinson has a lot of great features. Strong arm, very athletic QB, somebody who can be very good and has a very good skill set to maneuver with the ball and can pick up big yards in the run game as well. And I think he would fit this offense pretty darn good. Getting into the next one, I got Tanner McKee. This would be the big fish that's out there, and I think he could start in this league. I think the Saints would actually be very, very good to go for him and have him start as their franchise quarterback. But Tanner McKee could be a very interesting option. If Justin Fields struggles, Tanner McKee can come in, and I think he could ball out. So this would be a big, big move by the Jets. And that would only be if they don't have faith in Justin Fields, in my opinion. I doubt this move happens, but it would be very, very interesting and bring a lot of competition to that quarterback room. But getting into the next one, Trey Lance. Trey Lance and Justin Fields were in the same draft. They have a very similar play style. Trey Lance has a good arm as well and can run with the ball. As a backup, I think you could do worse. I honestly think Trey Lance is still young, just like Justin Fields could turn his career around. He looked pretty good in the preseason game with the Chargers this past weekend. So that's something to think about as well. So Trey Lance could be a thought that you could trade for as well. Getting into number 9, Skylar Thompson. He looked pretty good in his preseason game. And looking at the Steelers quarterback room, they got Aaron Rodgers. They got Mason Rudolph. They got Will Howard, who they drafted. And then they have Skylar Thompson. Skylar Thompson's good with running the ball. He has an okay arm, not the strongest arm. And he's been around the league. He was with the Dolphins. He's now with the Steelers. He's not bad. Honestly, I think he's a serviceable backup, and he does have playoff experience. He did start a game in the playoffs for the Dolphins. He did lose, but at least he has that experience as well. So just in case something did happen, Skylar Thompson could, there again, like I said with Lance, could be worse. And then getting into the last one, Shedeur Sanders. And this, just like Tanner McKee, I doubt this one happens. But there have been so many rumors this offseason about Shedeur Sanders either getting cut, being put on the practice squad, being their starting quarterback, being the backup quarterback. He looked awesome in his preseason game. He looked fantastic, like he belongs, like he should be the starter for Cleveland. But I don't know. We don't know what's going on inside the owner, the head of the owner of the Browns and the GM. They could ship him off tomorrow, if they wanted to. So there's that as well. But Shedeur Sanders would be a very, very interesting option for the Jets. If the Jets did trade for him, I don't know. I would like it because he does look like he belongs. And if Fields fails, let's say Fields goes out there and he doesn't play well and the Jets have an early pick, Sanders could be your future quarterback. So you wouldn't have to take a quarterback. But these are all just my thoughts on quarterbacks that I think could bolster this quarterback room just in case the Jets were to go for a quarterback. The free agent market I don't really like. I don't think there's any quarterbacks out there that would be appealing. CJ Beathard, maybe you could try to trade for Mike White from the Bills, but I don't want to give anything to the Bills, any assets to them. So I was just thinking, I was rattling my brain about what to do for a video, and when I saw Brady Cook go down and that he was getting carted off the field, luckily he's okay, but it scares you because they only have 4 quarterbacks on this roster. I think they could definitely use another veteran leadership in this room because Tyrod's hurt right now and hasn't been healthy. And if something goes wrong with Justin Fields, there you go. There's your season right there. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. And make sure when you come in, like and subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell for notifications of when I post videos. And again, let me know what you think down in the comments. Is there a quarterback that you think the Jets should go for? Or if you're a team in need of a quarterback, are there any that I mentioned today that you'd want to trade for your team? Let me know down in the comments. And again, thank you so much for joining me in the Jets Ward. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.